Hi, I'm Sarah Close with Close to Home Consultants and Keller Williams Advisors Realty. Welcome to your March monthly market update.
And I'm Jamie Hurtubise. When we look at February of 2022 and compare that to the number of active listings, these are single family listings in February of 2023, we're down in inventory month over month, 5.3%.
Right, and during that same time frame, the number of properties that actually went under contract was also down, but it was down about 7.7%.
Yep, and in all that, the median sales price of a home under contract remains the same from February of 2023 to February of 2022.
And we're at about $240,000 for our median sale price in those same properties.
Right. And a total of 1,058 units sold in February of 2023. And the average days on market for those homes was 27 days.
27 days is still really short when you think about the way inventory is turned over historically in our area. It sounds long compared to what's happened over the last, 24 months of craziness that'll never happen again. But really 27 days on the market is pretty quick.
It is a short amount of time. And interest rates, kind of the biggest factor in what we see going on right now, up a little bit from last time at 6.86% for a conventional 30-year mortgage.
Yeah, but again, still thinking about the historical trajectory of interest rates, that's still very favorable.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, what we've heard also, kind of anecdotally, and no one has a crystal ball, but understanding that inflation is one of the main drivers of interest rate, is it's looking at a rolling 12 months of inflation. And if we look back into the inflation rates of different months last year, it's indicating that by summer we should see some potential decrease in interest rates.
You know, and a question we often get is, how does seasonality play into this? You know, we're just coming out of the winter months. We're in a fourth quarter that was historically down, combined with seasonality in our marketplace. How does that factor into what we're seeing today?
Well, I mean, I think overall we are starting to see the benefit of both seasonality, meaning it's a gorgeous day and it's the 1st of March, coupled with the fact that we've had some time now since August where kind of the interest rate event happened and the market seemed to kind of almost like screech to a halt for a moment. I think, frankly, most people are understanding that this is just going to be the new normal of how we're operating. And quite frankly, it is actually the real long-term normal. And we're starting to see activity levels pick right back up. The number of deposits into the earnest money accounts has really increased during the month of February. You know, that's kind of a windshield number for us to look at properties that have gone under contract just within our own offices. So we'll start to see the results of those in, end of March and April. And I think that'll show a nice uptick, frankly, in activity overall. That we're sensing now anecdotally, that'll be the proof.
Yeah, and I think when you said the interest rate event, that's a well-used word because there was no process in that. That happened. That was one of the biggest increases in interest rates in the shortest period of time that we'll probably, hopefully, ever see.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting too,
it took a while for the market to adjust to the new normal.
It did. So affordability, as we know, is like a major driver of what actually housing prices are. So what we had seen last year is we saw housing prices were obviously going up, interest rates had gone up, but we did not see a corresponding increase in salaries. What we've learned, there was a report that was put out by ADP, which is, that massive company that handles payroll, and they have shown that in the last 18 months, 30% of all of the folks that are in their system have changed jobs. So now those have seasoned, and in those changing jobs, the average increase in salary was about 15%. So now that's seasoned out and those folks are now able to buy again. So that affordability gap, at least on a macro level, is starting to narrow.
Yeah, so a lot of our leading indicators are indicating a normalization or stabilization at least of some of the volatility that we've seen in the fourth quarter last year and at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, and again, being in the middle of the country, I think sometimes we forget how, frankly, very fortunate we are to not be as whiplashed as some of the coastal markets are. We really have enjoyed a very healthy market here through even the worst of times. Southern Ohio, Northern Kentucky, and Eastern Indiana are very healthy.
It's an interesting market that we're in. Everyone's situation is going to be different. I mean, this comes down to the block that you're on,
right.
And what you want to do, and what your particular scenario is. So if you have any questions about how this pertains to your own real estate needs in the months ahead, please give us a call.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us today.
See you next month. I'm an old person. Now I'm on TikTok. Thanks. I did have push-ups for breakfast. Sarah, compared to February of 2022.
God.
What was
Spider-Man.
that movie? No, I'm thinking of like Tom Cruise when he's like on the floor. Oh, like Mission Impossible. Yeah. It's our color.
Our uniform.
Seems to work. Still impressed that you worked that out with a mirror.
Filling that wall so we don't have a harsh shadow from the fireplace on that wall behind you.
It's really too much information. I was just giving
Like,
I think that's
I need to read the script.
Maybe that'll be. I think we might be on to something here.
We need to quit while we're ahead.
Pretty good.
That's not bad.
Okay.
All right. Ready to roll? All right.
Hopefully we won't sound like idiots the whole time.
Yeah, now he won't make it sound like it.
Make us sound smart.